And then there is 3-2. Race to 5.
Jangan cekin jangan.
Goal save. Man on a mission. 4-2, rest of 5. Winner between Togo and Gold. There is Gold City. Hazard leading 1-0 against Sergio by IBRA. Rest of 5. And somehow it's 4-2. IBRA with Leander. Leading 4-2. Rest of 5.
Very good evening, dear viewers. As it comes to 10 p.m. now, without a shadow of a doubt, this one, after all the drama that you have been witnessing all day from about 10 a.m. this morning, the biggest match of them all, at least by the quarterfinal stage, is upon us. We are at the Ultimate Pool Arena, Ntinda Trading Center, Three Sisters Academy, and Ntinda Mosque, where two friends but now big rivals, Ibrahim Sejemba and Hazard Lukoma, are racing to fight for a place in the semi-finals, where the winner shall take on either Caesar or the guy that is called Robert Masozera. Most likely it could be Caesar versus Hazard, or IBRA versus Hazard, or maybe whatever it could be. But in this one, Hazard has just one frame, number one, and is seemingly good to go for a second win in the match. In the meantime, this live stream is on two platforms, that is Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Peter Chove Live YouTube, with both streams having the same exact commentary and pretty much very good clarity on either streams. 1-0 Hazard up on IBRA, rest of 5 quarterfinals. As Hazard gets himself snookered either partially or fully, I will start this by requesting you to predict the winner of this match. One of those ones that are very hard to predict. These two are teammates at Roxbury Pool Club. Both of them will be rewarded tomorrow with winners' prizes for winning the Uganda National Pool League 2024 to 2025. And both did win the same league about 1.5 years ago when they played with Mbale Pool Club. Both did return to the country after semi-professional stints in the Zambian Pool League year 2022. They faced off a few times before in two finals, most notably the King of the Table Championship of the Pool Association of Uganda 2022, won by IBRA. Another final, the Creme de la Creme Comp, that was organized at Dice Lounge in 2023, also won by IBRA. But the biggest defeat that has ever been inflicted by IBRA of all that I have watched from any of the players was in the Creme de la Creme Comp in 2024. Early in the year, IBRA and Hazard will face off in the first round, racing to 11. That match ended, yes, 11-1. That is how lethal Hazard was on the day. Not only is it the biggest win for Hazard over IBRA, it is also the biggest defeat that IBRA has faced all career long. And it is a career that spans way back more than 10 years ago, despite the fact that IBRA is only 25. Hazard will be 27. These guys, believe you me, like each other. They have very different lifestyles. Hazard is this wild, crazy guy. IBRA is very reserved in real life. How they meet in the middle and decide to be very good friends, only God knows. They want to play for the same team. They hang around so many times. Most of the times when there are international competitions, win or lose, they like to console each other. They also like to congratulate each other. Here comes the killer, as IBRA is called. His intention was to open up that yellow ball which is near the center pocket on the right, where he's standing right now. I want to think that IBRA will want to play snooker, hide the white ball behind the yellow he's trying to play. An effective snooker it is. And Hazard will most likely be losing the frame if he at least doesn't find the red. You are watching the first quarterfinal of this ongoing well-organized competition here at Ultimate Polo Arena in Ntinda. The biggest match of the event so far is upon us. It doesn't get so much bigger than IBRA versus Hazard when any Ugandans are facing off, and it will even be bigger whoever of these two players wins this match, most especially if Caesar wins his quarterfinal as expected against Robert Masozera. When the winner of the respective matches do face off in the semi-final, that shall also be coming up live. In the meantime, the other quarterfinals are also about to happen. Ian versus Ibrahim Kayanja, by the way, it is on. I'm not so certain about what is happening there. And then the winner of Joseph Rotokonya and John Simo will be taking on Dog City in the last quarterfinal. That one is yet to happen. For those that are watching on YouTube, I apologize for the typing error where you're saying race to 4. It is not race to 4, it is race to 5. And you cannot edit when live on YouTube. Kindly be advised it is race to 5. I'll edit after the stream. Those that will be watching this action later will be having no issues. I did ask you for some predictions. Sanjeev Vasali thinks Hazard will win. John Bosco thinks Hazard will win. I know you think he will suffer a slow death. Is this the John Bosco I'm thinking of? I think you are the one, the former Slowbot player. It was my size when I used to play pool.
Thank you all for blessing today's event. 10 o'clock in the morning, we get started. And now, it's a few minutes past 10.
Eric Performalands, you want Caesar and Hazard, so that means you want Hazard to win this one such that he takes on Caesar. Okay. Benjamin Tongo Caesar is still in. He's about to play with the guy called Robert Masozera in another quarter final. I am likely not to be streaming that one, but if yes, whoever of these two players will go through to the semi-finals, I will be streaming that semi-final. It's likely to be Caesar versus the winner of this match. I am just assuming that Caesar could win his quarter-final because his opponent, Robert Masoza, he calls himself champion. He is the surprise package of the competition so far. He did beat Kasozi in the first round. That was very surprising. But then in the second round, he did beat a guy called David. That was not so surprising. And in the round of last 16, he has just defeated a guy called Robert Tumusime, who also started as match favorite. IBRA will want to put yellow ball to the center pocket on the left with sharp cut of the yellow white ball being played into the black. Very little contact between white and black, but it is not very effective. Maybe it's not exactly what IBRA wanted. He will be in some kind of trouble here. A few options, maybe sharp cut of the black to the center pocket, maybe bank it off the cushion to the center pocket, better still the corner pocket. He seems to want to cut it sharp to the center pocket. Not an easy shot it is. He goes for the bank and gets the bank and equalizes. IBRA 1, Hazard 1, rest of 5.
Level of the score 1-1.
After this stream, I'll be streaming maybe 3, maybe even 2 more streams, and then that will be it. But I'm now going to be doing joint live stream on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Here comes the guy with so many nicknames. The killer, and now is the fondest nickname. He already has a very, very big career, only in his mid-20s, without a shadow of a doubt. Has for the last, let me see, at least 5 years, been one of the finest shooters, not just in the country or the region, but also on the African continent, with 2 big comps. That is the Grand Michana Open 2023, as well as the Matthew Nglowe Comp in Lusaka in 2020. He then came second after losing out to the Billiards Cafe Double Life Comp in 2024, losing out to the eventual winner Stanford Griven Jinte. Also has a number of relatively big victories in terms of money matches with big players on the African continent. Who doesn't remember when he took down, with a very big win by the way, the South African Harry Martin Mouldin by 13 frames to 4 at Queen's earlier this year. He did win a trilogy against Jeremiah Naido, the South African, when he won 2 out of 3 races early this year. He also won another race against Jerry early last year in Kampala, 21-15 being the final score in the rest of 21 for $2,000. A match which up to now is the second most watched on one stream in the history of African pool. This is the streaming Facebook page where you're watching from. Break and Finish Live at one time, especially towards the end, had 4,300 people watching live. As for Hazard, he's very well respected for his playing abilities on the entire continent, most especially his skill and the ability to win while entertaining. What is lacking is a major African title. Last time out that he participated in a major African comp was the Timbuktu International Carnival. He was eliminated in the round of last 64, only third round by Stanford Griven Ginte in one of the most entertaining matches of the competition. It had a very bizarre finish, but it ended 7 frames. Sorry, race to 9, it ended 9 frames to 8. Ginte winning, coming from 5 frames to 1 down. And then the Queen Sports Club double elimination competition in 2023, Hazard was defeated in the last 8 in one of his lives. He has not yet played a major African comp semi-final. And also in his country, well, he has a good number of comps, around a dozen or so. None of them is truly a major comp. He has these minors, weekly comps, Sengoveni comps like this one. Not has he won a comp organized by the Polo Station of Uganda. And the closest he has been was reaching the car competition final, the final of the National Open Championship in 2023, losing out to the eventual winner, Caesar Chandiga. A race to 9, which ended 9 frames to 5. He has also gotten a few money matches won. The most resounding, I think, will be his 21 to something like 14 victory over Jeremiah Naido at Dice Lounge. And many of the matches involving him and local players have ended in victory against Kasozi, against Dog City. He has won a money match against Caesar and lost another. But IBRA will not want to know about that, because he will be wanting to finish frame number 3 with one single visit of the table, which he does and leads for the first time in the match. IBRA 2 and Hazard 1, as we are now advised that Ibrahim Kayanja, the real machine, is the first player into the semi-finals, having won his quarter-final against Ian Kaziwe by 5 frames to 3. Asori Simon is asking why IBRA is slow. He's not slow. He's clinical and effective and has one of the best playing patterns, even in the attacking sense of the game, not just in his country, but also on the African continent. It's just that of late he has not been on form. The rules permit these players 60 seconds in between shots. It can only be a problem when you use more than 60 seconds, but as long as it is under 60 seconds, you are okay. After all, for some of the players, the reason why they don't win so much is because, yes, they take a little time between shots. Hazard's big break of frame number 4 is dry.
In the meantime, AJ Makul Ahmed, 2-1 lead. Against Hazard, the other quarterfinal. AJ Makul 2-1 up. Just to fight. On the other last 15 weeks that take place.
Njogona Samuel, you're asking how many players drive as a result of pool. Okay, I can tell you in my country, for us in Uganda, the biggest tournament is the National Open Championship, normally organized once a year. It has been happening for a good number of years. About 20, not that it has been happening each year. Some of the years there has been no sponsorships. In some of the years there have been administrative and financial reasons in the Polar Station of Uganda. Sometimes even issues of accountability. Yes, we are supposed to be transparent. But for most of the years in between those 20, it has been happening. Now Fahad Sewankambo, I don't think you know him, has won twice, has won 2 cars from pool. He won 1 car and then sold it in 2000. He won it in 2014 and then sold it, used some of the money to buy a piece of land and then started a business. Then in 2017, he won another, sold it after driving it for some little time. He used the money to buy a house where he's now staying with his beautiful family and a thriving business also from pool. Also, Amos, if you know him, has won a car. Sula Matovu has won a car. Bwanika Mansour is the other player to have won the car twice. Then Turije Jonah has won 2 of those tournaments. Once won a car, and the other time, yes, actually he has also won 2 cars, Turije Jonah, and just as is Bwanika Mansur and Fahad Sewankambo. And then in the ladies category, the car has been introduced now thrice. The first car was won by Rita Nimsima. I hope you know that lady, the light-skinned one. She won it in 2018. There was a 4-year absence of the competition because of COVID and administrative-related reasons in the police station of Uganda till 2023, when the car was won by Rukia Naiga. Then last year, 2024, the player that won it, who will be defending champion this year, is Anka Sheila. Those are the players in Uganda that are driving from playing pool. Maybe I will say those that have driven from playing pool. Some of them are no longer driving. Of course, passage of time, an issue here. Guys, please advise me what is happening between Jerry and Ginte. I can only focus on what is happening here now. The last comp that was organized here was won by this guy. He seems to understand this venue and this table. Not that he resides anywhere nearby. It seems maybe it is his kind of table. He's about to win a second frame out of 3 by single visit of the table. He's normally good at those cushion drives, those rail drives, and he knows that if he doesn't finish, maybe hazard will, irrespective of how relatively bad the Reds frame is looking. For whatever reason, he seems not to be sure about himself. Of course, it is a tricky looking ball which you'll have to pot or else risk losing the frame. It seems to be in, and in it is, as the little magician now leads by 3 frames to 1. And whether you may be watching on Facebook or YouTube, kindly like the video. Just do the liking. Liking a video is simply for the streaming platform to recommend the video to other viewers or other users like yourself. Liking is not for the streamer. What you can do for the streamer will take you 10, 15, 20 seconds. If you decide to watch on the YouTube stream, just watch the video that plays before the video when you decide to watch it. That is what you can do, and you do it for the streamer in myself. IBRA breaking frame number 4. Now I think he's the favorite for the victory. Ever since losing the first frame of the match, he has been outplaying Hazard, who has so far been restricted to a spectator of the same match in which he is a player. 1 yellow ball potted on the break and a seemingly very good split of the balls, especially the yellow ones. He will surely be going for the yellows, Ibra. His problem is that yellow ball which is in front of the red near the corner pocket at the top right, top left end of the screen. I'm dedicating this match to the management of Roxbury Pool Club, Dr. Agri, Kansongobi, and most especially manager Zach Idiro, the club manager who manages both of these players at club level, most especially after the very unfortunate incident in which one of the club directors lost his life in a tragic accident after he had been the chief guest at a pool tournament at Roxbury, in which Rukia Naiga defeated Rita Nimsima in the final that was also streamed on this platform. May the Lord rest the soul of Dr. Maxwell Kowembola. Yes, Tarema Jones, you have just corrected me. How did I forget that Caesar also won the Kai? He's the other player. He's like the easiest to remember, but also the one that I forgot. Ibra will still be contemplating what to do about the situation at the corner pocket at the top left. Where there is a yellow in front of a red. Actually, red is almost entangled between two yellows. He may want to pot and open up one of the yellows. He may have to play one of the yellows off another, but he is deciding to play, not to pot.
I'm assuming also, but your man who said you're going to wear skirt is leading
There is no better defensive shot than that one. One of the times when a defensive shot is as sweet as one where three balls have been potted in the same shot. Good cueing from Hazard.
IBRA, when he puts in the break, it's dangerous.
Oh, yeah. How many you have? 28 like that.
I can't count. They are in hundreds. In the league?
Yeah.
Yes, they lost.
And Keanti IBRA is the second. I don't know the card.
Championships.
Okay, Glorious number 3.
He will have to contemplate another snooker Hazard because IBRA is proving a little bit too stubborn. Hazard does really need that free shot to stand a realistic chance of winning the frame. He's counting his chance, Hazard, on that red that is in front of two of IBRA's yellow, near where his playing position is now. He has his spot where he can hide the white to play snooker effectively. I still don't think IBRA will be fouling. He will most likely be finding one of his yellows off the cushion at the corner pocket top end of the table. Off the cushion on the left, yellow directly is played into white is played into yellow, and not only is it played into yellow, it also opens up the yellows, and IBRA will be fancying that he doesn't pot. The reason why he's playing the right cushion first is because he intended not to pot. And yes, he achieves exactly what he wanted. Tarema Jones, you tipped IBRA to win. Yes, probably he is. Anastasia Upgrade, you think IBRA has a sure win here because you say arrogant is Hazard. Amina Faith Nganda, Masav Rishom, thank you for watching. Let me try and think who Amina Faith may be supporting. I think she will be supporting IBRA because IBRA's son, who is also IBRA, I have ever seen playing with Amina's daughter, who is called Anna. They are friends, eh? John Bosco is asking if Caesar is in. Yes, he's in. He's likely to play semi-final with whoever wins this match. Maybe Caesar versus IBRA. Now that one will be the best of Ugandan pool. That semi-final will be a final before a final. Will IBRA snooker? Yes. No, this time it is a foul. I was asking if he would avoid the foul. What IBRA has just done is what Hazard has been playing snooker for the last 5 minutes. He simply wanted that opportunity to play a free shot. Now here is the opportunity. Otaddemu kirenga bonna bali ku foomu kyekikifuula ekizibu bonna nga bali ku foomu kikiwulira gosiri wano eggwanga Bachogamba bacho abasajja bano
ekya miliyoni 2 e Masaka anatabegwa 16 abebayitinze e Masaka omusajja yagambye akoye okulaba ekikologongo ky'emitwalo 3 miliyoni 2 kapitola mitwalo 5 transport akapulano negulwadde atolagala ki wekwasa ki training akugulina okuva saawa 3 paka saawa 9 buli lunaku ozinga gwe bakuloga mukafuna outbackplaners buli okuva saawa 3 paka saawa 9 buli lunaku omuzanyo wakuli enosobola okuddamukola training kuwereere abakyala e Masaka abakyala 32 okuwanguza akadde
bakyefunga. Hazard is down, ladies and gentlemen, but not yet out. At least we are seeing him winning a frame with one visit of the table. He still needs to win 3 more before IBRA can win 1. 3 frames to go. Hazard needs them and needs them all.
ekyomesa ekyapyo yesuubira abaana b'ekina n'ekibugu ky'ekina kyonna asibiddeko oyo ekalo era kyekivaayo azadde
He is normally very effective when he gets to put a ball on the break. IBRA, he wants to break big and wants to put at least 1 ball. The ball is potted. White ball is in space. And an apple is on. And I want to say, and I'm being frank to you, that when this young man breaks a ball on the break, he is one of the best in terms of the pattern to win by break and finish that there is on the continent. I just want to see him regaining the form that got him, for some to be rated Africa 3, Africa 2. Some even were considering him Africa 1 at one time, most especially between 2020 to 21. But he has been at least consistent. Now here he is, and here the yellows are.
Number, how many marks are you getting? Can you play full game with this one? Without marks?
Now, if this guy finishes this frame, it will be the longest apple, one of the longest apples I will ever have recorded. It is, however, very unlikely. I want to think 2 of the yellows are in very bad position. Whatever he's contemplating, IBRA He must make sure, because the more he clears the yellows off the table, the more spacious the reds are, to the effect that should he not finish the frame, then most likely Hazard will. Another quarterfinal is ongoing between Joseph Rotokonya, the young man at 16, and Dog City. And how about that for a semi-final between Ibrahim Kayanja and Dog City?
Dog City 1, Bilbao 1, rest to 5.
In that one, it is 1-all.
Is the net with Ibrahim Kayanja. And then if the status quo is to prevail, you should expect the fourth lottery.
Juma Bagonza asking about what is happening between Caesar and Robert. That one is at 2-2. There comes IBRA with a miss of a bank, but more importantly, there comes Hazard with a chance to take the frame away. At the end of the day, it was always very ambitious IBRA trying to finish a frame, looking as bad as those yellows were. There were 2 of them dead, but he still wanted to go for apple. He must know, IBRA, that he will still have 2 more chances, because 2 more frames to play. But if Hazard gets to finish this frame, he will be breaking the next with a chance to win it as well by apple, which if he does, we shall have a decider. And with that kind of misfortune, I just want to think that Hazard has most likely played his last shot of the match. He may have to painfully go home after what is now looking like a quarter-final defeat to Ibrahim Sejemba. All of them yellows on the table. The 3 that they are portable to respective center pockets. With these 2, he will start with the inside ball first, drawing the white ball backwards, but with the left spin on it, just to get accurate white for the last yellow to the same corner pocket, which white will have to bounce off the cushion a little, such that he has good white for black to the corner pocket close to the bottom of the screen to take down Hazard, his teammate and his friend. And there comes IBRA with yet another victory. It is another tournament at the same venue in which he's reaching at least the semi-finals, this time with a likely match in the semi-finals against Caesar Chandiga. If that one comes, if Caesar wins his quarter-final, keep your fingers crossed. It is going to be all guns blazing in the rest of 6 semi-final. See you then shortly.